let's talk about Tamar Braxton backpedaling behind. So she got caught out here with her foot in her mouth because apparently she was throwing shade at Kandi Burruss restaurant chain Old Lady Gang. So in the clip, the singer basically slammed the food chain and questioned why more people aren't discussing what she sees in its poor quality. And look, she is not the first person that has come out and thrown shade at Old Lady Gang. Remember, once upon a time, may not have been that long ago, which would be a couple of years, Keith Lee, who you know has become a viral sensation because he goes around and he reviews people's restaurants, which I'd rather an honest opinion from a regular person who really loves food, because I'm a foodie and I'm very much adventurous when it comes to the food, than some critic or whatever. That, oh, it's a C plus and all the other mess that they be doing, you know, the old school folks. So there was a clip that came out, and I want to play all that clip of Tamar throwing shade. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for having this video of her throwing shade at Old Lady Gang. And I'm like, ma'am, where did this come from? Like, all of a sudden you just came out of the blue jogging them people over there with their food. Now hold on. Please hold.
Let's say how nasty Old Lady Gang is. Nobody. Why? And that is a known thing here in Atlanta. Like, it's something like nobody is saying, yo, where we going to go eat? Let's go to Old Lady Gang. Who? Oh, bitch, that steak from Blaze was banging. What's the name of the person? Where they at? Now, let's just be honest. Are we being honest? Is we everybody got their head down. See, everybody, y'all scared too? Listen, because I'm just being honest. This is what the premise of the show is. Now, y'all done read She by Sheree. The lady done called the girl Sheen by Sheree. The lady done dragged that lady till her wig came unglued on the side. Okay? But nobody said how terrible the service is at Old Lady Gang. And if your food come out cold, you got to pay for it anyway. And if your food is wrong, you got to pay for it anyway. Nobody has yet. Let's say how nasty Old Lady Gang is.
Well, I'm sorry. If the food is cold and undone, I'm sending it back and telling them, first of all, heat this food up. And number two, y'all need to cook this meat all the way through. Now, I'm not somebody that does well done. But then, you know, you get idiots that be like, I want it well done, but not burnt. And I'm like, don't you know that well done means burnt? Hello. Now, if you want it to have a little bit of juice up in it, then you do medium well, which is what I usually do. Some people, I guess, just don't know the difference when it comes to flavor and meat. And y'all thinking well done basically means that it's cooked all the way through. Yeah, it's basically going to be charred and your teeth going to fall out. And when you break your damn teeth and they all fall out your mouth and hit the floor like a bag of chiclets, don't say we didn't try to tell you. You need to have a little red in your beef. Not to the point of it being raw, but you know what I'm saying. So for those of you who don't realize, because I'm like, what was the whole point of her even trying to come out and throw shade at Kandi? Because I thought y'all let bygones be bygones. But you know, over the years, these two have kind of gone back and forth. I think they had some beef and then they patched things up sort of when they were on Big Brother together, which I thought was kind of hilarious that they had them in the Big Brother house together. But you know, Burruss accused Braxton of implying she wears fake designer clothes, while Braxton claims she had a heated conversation after a show. The relationship, you know, remains icy, and this revisited jab only adds fuel to the fire. And now I'm trying to understand, like, what was the point of her even going in and making this comment? But she did respond, because, you know, we always got to have a receipt on this show. She did respond to the comments in regards to people trying to say, like, well, here she go, because the comments on that said, now when somebody call her a Muppet, she's gonna be the first one crying in the corner playing victim. Another person said, but where's your restaurant? It takes a negative, miserable person to insult someone who has something for the community. It screams hater. Another person said, we don't even, House of Chapel said, we don't even have to worry about the Trump administration. We do it to our own. Another person said, why do this to another Black woman? So sad. Another person said, I hope she realizes one day how she ruined her own career. She had the potential to be such a star, but her mouth is her downfall. So a lot of people was in the comments basically calling basically Team Kandi and was out here calling Tamar a damn hater. And no shade, but I feel like they're absolutely right by calling you a freaking hater. Oh, I thought I saw another Wendy Williams video up in here. But anyway, so let me play y'all this clip of Tamar basically denying being jealous of Kandi and saying the video was basically from 3 years ago. But I'm like, then how come we just now seeing it? And I think she said that she never thought it would see the light of day. I'm like, was this a pilot for a talk show or something or another? And you went in and was throwing shade at, old lady gang, and you were so happy that that tea didn't get out there. And somebody went and was like, okay, this bitch done tried me. So now I'm going to find this footage and I'm going to leak it just to teach her a lesson. But anyway, let's play the clip and then we'll come back and talk. Please hold.
I didn't just talk about nobody's nothing. That's like 3 years old. Y'all gotta chill. Do y'all listen? And I don't care enough. I don't. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. I don't know why y'all be acting like I'm a child. I am not a child. And at that time, that was like at the height of our beef. And I was pissed because her and her husband lied like a rug. And it was a show that I was going to do. And then I decided not to, because that's just not where, I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, but if she wants to say something, she can say something. She shouldn't care, because I don't. It's so old. Cute. Nobody has yet. Let's say.
Okay, so basically, but then here's the thing. Some people, and now when she did this video, it seems like the energy pretty much shifted in regards of the original comments that we saw. But then you got to realize that was different. That was Hollywood Unlocked comments versus the Neighborhood Talk comments. And for the most part, what people were coming to the conclusion was that, well, she kind of was telling the truth in what she said about old lady gang. It was just her delivery. But here's the thing. Tamar basically run her mouth taking a lot of isms from the homosexuals and drag queens and trans women. She very much, like Atlanta and all them sissies and punks that live out there, she definitely delivers a lot of the way she talks, like a lot of them that are down in Atlanta. So with her saying what she said, people's like, it's true tea, but it was just her delivery. But how would you expect her to deliver it? Like, Tamar talks the way she talks. Everything got to be, from a scale of 1 to 10, it got to be at a 75. So nobody should be surprised that she said what she said, how she said it. But in that whole situation, the real gag is, why is everybody literally talking about old lady? I mean, if y'all have a problem with old lady gang and people are saying this over the years that the food is nasty, why is it still around? But from what most people were saying is that, and the reason why I'm just kind of stalling with the way I'm talking is because I'm trying to find this damn video on my Instagram on my phone, but it's like Neighborhood Talk me posting so much stuff on here, you can't find nothing. So whatever, I just have to keep talking the way I'm talking to y'all. So with this whole situation, it just seemed like to me that it was like, yeah, she's sitting here talking all these, all about the fact that, yeah, old lady gang food is nasty. There's been a lot of complaints and stuff from a lot of people who are in the Atlanta area that have not had nothing but nasty and negative things to say about old lady gang. And people are like, well, how is it still around? Like, why are people still going there? But for what the people saying, because I don't make the news, I just report it. They're saying that it's literally just a tourist attraction. So the tourists are the ones who go there because it's Kandi. She was a part of the Housewives. So people want to go and see for themselves how the food is. But if your food keep getting negative critiques, sis, y'all may need to try to figure out how to make things work into your benefit. Otherwise, it's probably gonna go out of business. But it probably don't take much to keep a restaurant or something going around or continuing in Atlanta any damn way. So that's the latest on Tamar throwing shade at Kandi. And from what I heard, that What's that show that she on? Dish Nation? I heard they canceled that. So, yeah, she got to find a new gig. Oh, there was another video. Where the heck is it? There was another video. Damn, I forgot to open it. Where she basically talked about before I get up out of here, because I was like, nah, I just remembered. But let me go look for it. Where she basically talked about, I think it was on the Shade Room, where she talked about that she will not date another man while um while she's married. I mean not married. Why is it not coming up? I'm literally looking for the Shade Room because I think that's why I saw it. And she basically said something or another about that she's not going to get mad or she's not getting into another relationship. That's what she said until her son turns 18. And to that, I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, niece, then good on you. If that's not something that you necessarily want to do. But I feel like also let's not use your child as a shield or an excuse to not want to get into a relationship because you're the type of person who has had the worst luck when it comes to men. According to you, Vince was a low down dirty dog, and you was dating the African. Then didn't she get into another relationship with someone else? Wait, hold on, because I actually I found the video. So I'm playing for y'all before we get out, because that was something I meant to bring up in regards of the whole situation. And I literally just remembered off the top of my head. So this is how I be working sometimes. I be just a mess, but I'll make it work. Hold on now. Now, let's hear what she got to say, and then we'll come back and talk.
My kid is 11. I probably won't date again until he's 18.
Just harder yourself.
No. There's no way I'm going to bring another man into his life to be unsuccessful. There's no way because they're broken because they feel like to get a good woman, these are the things that you have to say. I want a wife. I want a family.
That's what I just said. I used to literally be in relationships with you saying, please don't tell me what you think I want to hear. If you just want to bang, honestly, say that. Too. Why is you lying? Say it.
Exactly.
They come with a script. Yeah. They come and everything is scripted.
Right. But you know what? The mask can only stay on for so long.
Right. It's all, everything in the house. I love that, honey. Everything in the dark always come to light.
Exactly.
My kid is 11.
Wait, hold on. Was that Nivea? I'm feeling like that looked like Nivea that was at the top that was talking. But I would say this, I do agree with her on that. It's the fact that, look, if y'all don't ever get in a relationship, it's like even with us on the homosexual side, like I'm upfront and honest. I'm not trying to look for no relationship. I'm not trying to settle down and do all this other stuff. I'm just here to fuck. And let's do that and keep it moving. But I feel like a lot of times people won't be upfront and honest because they feel like that if I tell you what I really want, you're going to reject me and I'm not going to be able to get what I need out of you. And it's just like, well, yeah, maybe that person is not on the level of what you want. They want the house, the white picket fence with the kids and all other stuff and the baby carriage, all that. Man, it's like, if that's what you want, go ahead and you get that. But that's not where I am mentally. And that's not where I'm ever going to be because I don't want to deal with no loud ass rugrats. But if that's something you want, then you go find you that person that wants that. But I feel like, what, also, I actually like the idea that she's like, on one hand, I'm just like, if this is not something that you want, and you want to wait until your son turns 18, because I think he's 12 now. So she got to wait like 7 years? Or I think he might be 11. I might be mistaken because I think, so yeah. So I think it's like, yeah, she got to wait about a good 6-7 years before she actually gets in a relationship. By that time, ma'am, you're going to be in your 50s, pushing 60, and your mindset is not going to be where it is anymore. But it was like, look, if you don't want to get in a relationship, then don't get in a relationship. But you want to get digged down? And you don't want you want to get your rocks off, or whatever the case is, then you go ahead and do that. But at her age, yeah, she on the later side towards 50. I can't see her wanting to have children or any more children. I just think Logan was enough for her, and she's content with what she has. But I also feel like when you've been burned so many times by getting in a lot of toxic relationships, don't use your child as an excuse as to why, or shield as to why you don't want to get into a relationship. I'm gonna wait until he's older. But then again, I always say this with a lot of parents who jump into all these relationships. Jennifer Lopez, pull up, pull a little close to the camera, because I was like, you know, when you got kids and you keep jumping and playing hopscotch from one relationship to another, and then your children are getting used to whatever relationship you're in, and you sit there talking about, even after Ben, you know, pretty much was like, I want out of this marriage after 2 years, same amount of time that y'all was in when y'all was engaged the first time 20-something odd years ago. Kids get attached. So when they get that emotional attachment and physical attachment when you're in a relationship, how do you think that makes them feel? And then what that does to their psyche as they get older when it comes to things of that nature. So on one hand, I'm with her on the whole, let's not get in a full-fledged relationship because you don't want to mess up your kid or whatever the case is, and have him getting used to whatever relationship that you're into in case it doesn't work out. But at the same time, also, it's like, don't use the child as an excuse as to why you don't want to get hurt again in a relationship because you're messy in the type of, or you just have a habit of picking toxic freaking men. So I wanted to add that to the clip in regards to that. So what do y'all think of what she had to say about relationships? What also she had to say about the old lady gang stuff? Or you calling like, okay, child, it's a bunch of BS. Or maybe it was at the time. You know, I didn't feel like she was BS. And I do feel like at the time she was in her feelings about Kandi. She was mad at her, and y'all caught her in a moment where it was just like, you know, some tea was coming out about Kandi, and she put all of her back into that shade that she threw at her. And this was at a time, this was 3 years ago, and it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down